What's going on? All right. We good? All right. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S., part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is the go-to website for all of your needs. I am going to do a reel with my girl Christina because, again, we had our Ozempic episode on Monday. I think it was Monday, right? Maybe it was Friday. I don't remember what else. We talked about Ozempic the other day, and like I saw people post on there and they're saying you got that Ozempic face. Not me, but other people have. You know, because you lose a lot of weight and the face gets sunken in. It's not really Ozempic, guys. It happens when you starve yourself, which technically was what Ozempic's doing. But if you have a proper meal plan and you're working out, you will lose weight properly. Like, you won't look weird. The problem is most people aren't doing anything, or they don't have the muscle. Like I'm a guy who went through COVID, and I knew when I lost all that weight, I knew I got smaller. I knew I looked different. Other people thought I was still a massive human being, but I lost, I lost shoulder. Like it cut off my shoulders. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I could stand to actually lose a little bit of muscle, right? And yes, Andre, don't be like you and eat everything. Like, your stomach's gonna get fucked up, and you're gonna be, oof. I tell you what, it's one of the things that I've heard about is like is the throw up or the poop that comes from out of people who are in those situations. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Especially the throw, because you're throwing up stuff that, anyways, whatever. That's not how we want to start the show. I got some really good examples of some people who look really, really good doing it. But they did things the proper way. And there is a proper way. I'm not saying that other doctors do it worse. I'm just saying go to alphacliniconline.com, because that's who pays my bills. So I need y'all to help me pay my bills by going there and getting a free blood panel evaluation. Tell them Big Game sent you. They'll tell you more than just you need to lose weight. They'll tell you other kinds of things. You might not be on high enough dosage too, Andre. That might be another thing. Like, if you're on if you're over one, then you this is said in love. And if you're over one and still eating everything, man, you're just a fat fuck, bro. You out here eating too much, dog. But if you're up in the twos and still eating everything, man, we gotta get you some mental discipline. Oh yeah, you're at one, so you're kind of just over. You just like to eat a lot, bro. We gotta chill. You gotta chill out on that. But the people who are really seeing those sunken in features are the ones who eat entirely. They're not eating at all. Which is dangerous, because it is a diabetic medication, and it is really, really good for it's really good for it's a really good diabetic medicine. So as a diabetic, I know about those different things, but so is Farxiga, so is Januva. Things like that are pretty good as well. Portion size, eating is actually one of those things where you kind of want to eat. You want to eat kind of throughout the day. It will help boost your metabolism too. I just want to find me an old school. Oh, okay. I read that all wrong, Londa. I didn't know what the hell was going on. She said, I just want to find me an old school gym with ex-football players. Oh, no, I did read that. Why you want the football players to have the big book? I don't is that attractive? Is that really attractive to women? Men with fat asses? Because that kind of that's what we like. I don't know if I want you to like what I like. Well, no, I do want you to I am a supporter of the community. I love that shit. But I don't know if I want you to be like, ooh, look at that ass and spank me. I'm like, hey man, why the hell you want to see you should be looking at the front, not the back. But I digress. That's just Friday. Fucking Friday. We're over here. Polo Kid, love me for my mind. You got to know the love the me that's on the inside before you get to know the me that's on the outside. There's a club in Jacksonville that had me in a situation like that. It's no longer here. I don't think the guy who used to own it is no longer owning it, so it might still be here. But it was a place called Jim's Place. Jim's Place was amazing. It was an amazing black lounge where cougars roamed and hunted. Like, I mean, them cougars hunted at Jim's Place, and they did not care. No, this is a lounge. Jim's Place. It's like in Tallahassee, it would be Top Flight in Tallahassee. I don't know if the cougars hunted at Top Flight in Tallahassee, but Jim's Place was a pregame spot, unless the cougar hunted and got what they needed before. But like, you went to gyms because like everybody went like five, like especially because people are cheap. They went like 5 to 7. You get in for free, and it's happy hour. Like, I went because I was hanging out with some old people, and I just bought some Remy, and they gave me more. They gave me damn near a whole bottle of Remy for $15. That's exactly what I got. And then I just wanted some wings, and it was happy hour. It was 2 for 1 wings, 2 for 1 drinks. So like, I spent maybe, I think at the time the wings was like $10. So I spent $30, right? Let's just say that. And I had a meal for kings. They heavy pour like a motherfucker at Jim's Place. And so people would go there, get messed up, and then go somewhere else. So Wednesday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights were fun at Jim's Place back in the day. And I remember I got accosted by an elderly lady. And my boy did tell me, my boy Omar Platt told me, he said, "Hey, when you come here, bro, get your mind right." I said, "Man, what you talking about, dog? Get my mind right, man. I'm a grown ass 23-year-old." But I'm like, now I think about what I said, like, but I'm a grown ass man, dog. Don't talk to me like that, bro. Know what I'm doing around here. I went in there and I wasn't ready. Old elderly lady grabbed me and said, "Come here, boy." And I said, "Unhand me, ma'am. You have to get to know the me on the inside before you get to know the me on the outside. You would not touch me. I am not a piece of meat." I straight up said all the things that women be saying. That's why I know women be full of shit, because I've lived a lifestyle that lets me know that y'all are full of shit. Like, y'all might not like it being done to you, but then you like it being done to you, and then you do the same things to others when you like it. Like, you know, I've been full on again, just accosted, but it's cool. It's all good. It's at the end of the day, shoot or shoot, and you like what you like. It is not sexual harassment if you like it. That was one of the things that I've learned a long time ago. But anyways, going back to that, we got the housekeeping. We're inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. I think I read the thing. We have some group called the 7th Street Band that's coming in today. I have no idea if they're good, but I know it's live music, so it'll probably be done. And then tomorrow will be the That's Pressure Band will be here tomorrow. So if you're in the Jacksonville, Florida area, you want to come party, you want to hang out, have some good libations, do your thing. I will now probably be having to have another night because I'm finding that my coloreds that's pilgrims on this, please interject here, if you will. I love putting my people on. And my people could be black, white, indifferent, doesn't matter. But like, if you're good at what you do, I would love to put you on. But I'm finding it's difficult to put my people on, if that makes sense. My people being black people sometimes. It's like you have this situation, and you guys have met. If you're a fan of the show and you've watched this show, you heard us. Oh yeah, shout out to Charles, man, bro, Charles Walker, man. Charles did a thing, guys. I just want y'all to know Charles did a thing. Oh, like Charles. Now I mean this, man. Some people get married, and you're like, okay, well, only them two people got married. There was everybody has their soulmate, and you look at people and be like, man, that's good. That's real love, because them two ugly ass people, and they found each other, and they're gonna be ugly together. This right here. Bro, Charles posted the pic. I had to say, yo, you ever wanted to dap somebody up through the internet? Like, yo, Charles, my housework, brother. Power to the people. I see why he in Mexico having a time. Like, good shit, Charles. Should have got you more alcohol. Should have got you a bottle, dog. I bet not ever, Charles. I'm gonna let you know. I know I say a lot of things and I talk about stuff. Charles, if I see you in the streets and you're cheating, I'm snitching. Just want you to know this is big game. Trying to do you a favor to keep you to be an upstanding black man. Black men do not cheat. But if I see you doing anything, I'm snitching, dog. You do not need to. You enjoy that. Congratulations to you. But I was saying that to say is like, you put somebody on and you try to help them, you try to give them all the tools to succeed, and they get lazy and they don't want to do anything. To see how he's right now. Tell Chuck, congratulations on your nuptials. And I hope not so she can see that she like, man, that motherfucker crazy, but you can hang out with him because he said he gonna snitch on you if you cheat. So that's probably what she's saying. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, Monday show should be lit. You're gonna want to listen to Monday show because I'm either gonna have I know the stories are gonna be funny because my sister gets married today. I don't know what time, but she's going to the courthouse, and I'm going to see my half brother, which I've only seen twice, Josh. Well, this would be my second time seeing Josh. Somebody asked, like, how well do you know your sister? I have talked to my sister. I can count on both my hands the amount of interactions that I've had with my sister. Seeing and talking. And she works at the place where my grandmother's at. My grandmother has seen her new-to-be husband. I've never seen him, but apparently he's a large white man. So I look forward to seeing him. And I know I mean this with the utmost respect. I get it's not that sister, Reginald, and happy birthday to Smitty. I don't comment to people on Twitter, but that's I'm the godfather to Reginald's child. He needs me in his life because his father is crazy as shit, so he needs somebody to balance him out. And my boy Reggie, it's his birthday. It's the one that says Smitty. You can go up there, tell Reginald it's at _YIHB. I think that's his Twitter handle. Y'all go tell my dog happy birthday. But my sister gets, and so like I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, but have I told the story? I know I've told the story how we met, but have I told the story about how my mom knows exactly who that is? So shit. It's the other woman. So like my mom told me this story. She took me trick or treat. Your parents, listen to your parents, man. Your parents got the craziest stories in the world. And some of them, the ones you think aren't true are going to be the truest ones. At least in my life. That's how I've related to this. So we go and I'm trick or treating. I'm like 5 years old. Tallahassee, Florida, Governor Square Mall used to have trick or treating for you. This is around the time my mother and my father are separated, right? My mother has my sister in a stroller. The sister I've grown up with my whole life. Lady comes out, and apparently my mom's told me the story for years. She's cussing at my mother, and my mother's like, I was literally about to drop or she was pushing my sister in the stroller or holding her or whatever. She put me to the side, and she was about to throw this lady over the railing at the Governor Square Mall. And people who don't know, Governor Square Mall was a split level mall. And like, the lady literally came out because she was working at the mall at the time. And so I heard this story over the years, over and over again. And to see this story, because my mother is a A1 shit talker, but I've never seen my mother ready to fight but one time. And she was really mad. You got to really get my mama mad to get her ready to fight. And I think my mom said something over the years. The story kind of changes a little bit, but she said, don't nobody want his ugly ass anyway. You can have him. I'm done with him. It's yours. You can have my trash or some shit like that. A little light-skinned ass. And I think my mom, and now what I'm interested in, because I learned a lot about myself over the years, getting to know not really getting to know, but like talking to my father, I'm talking to myself and I'm understanding why I act the way I act, and it helps me. And my mom is like, she was not big, like fat. She was a thick, dark skinned woman. So if I go there, I'm part of me is wanting to go to this and call my dad afterwards and be like, I understand. Like I understand. Because if she thick and she dark and she tall, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Outside of the boys, like the women that I tend to have serious relationships with are all short, petite women. But the ones I have fun with are built like Serena Williams. It just happens. It's like, why did I grow up loving Serena Williams? I might know why. It could be genetic. If I can figure this out about me, I can help my sons. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we got to try to do. The problem with people wanting to break these generational curses, two things. Some of y'all don't need to procreate because your generational curses need to die with you. Second, a lot of y'all don't go and you don't want to learn about your family. I learned I'm a good ass athlete because of my daddy, and my daddy's athlete gene is strong as fuck because my mama doesn't have an athletic bone in her body. But I need to know why this stuff is. So I'm planning on going this, but I am going to look the woman in the eyes that was the other woman. And I don't know how to feel about that yet. I don't even know if they're going to like me, because here's the thing that I still get in trouble to this day for this. I look like my father from what people tell me. I don't think I look like him too much no more, but I know this. We literally have the same cadence in the same voice. So I don't know if this woman could be triggered by this. What if I walk in and this woman slaps the shit out of me because I look like my daddy and I sound like my daddy? I don't want to make people uncomfortable, because when I make people uncomfortable, then I start getting uncomfortable and then I start being deliberate with it. But I don't think it's going to be that. I am going to support Alex, talk to Josh. Can't wait to see Josh. Might have a beverage with my brother. And other kinds of shit. But this should be funny. Either way, it'd be a hell of an intro to Monday's show. So, Wayne, if I see him and she got some yams, I might change my mind about them greens, man. Sometimes you gotta just, it's things in life. I saw somebody post something like, I didn't understand when my dad left until I got a baby mama. Like, I saw somebody post that. And it's some things in life you got to understand. Like, you just like, hey, man, I can't, you don't have to always agree, but you do understand. This is what I need y'all to understand. We are 115 away from 6,000. I need y'all to hold off until next week. But if we can get that 115, so we can get to 6,000, that'd be great. We'll give away $500. We will give away $100 to a member, a greenie. We will give away the amount of likes to a greenie. As we continue to get to levels of 1,000, we will do more and more giveaways. 7,000, we'll give away a brick from Doak Campbell Stadium. We will give away. By the way, too, Miles, I forgot about that. My guy, Fatal Jedi, we were talking about you reading the Bible and shit. Like, he says, like, hey, if you want somebody to read the Bible, which you like have a little like I don't know whatever the groups is, it's like a study group or some shit. He wouldn't mind going through that with you. He's an all-in member.
Okay, sure. Was he the one I talked to that was with his, No, that was not Spirit. That was the other guy. Never mind.
That's George.
Who also kind of does the thing that I do.
Yeah. George does that. Yeah. But
that's cool. Hit me up on what do I even?
I don't know.
Instagram.
Yeah. Just hit the Sports Den Instagram, or you want them to hit yours? Because you gotta it's like you keep changing your shit. All I know is it's T.O. something.
Yeah, it's mad long.
But
hey, okay, Lou.
Anyways, long story short, tell a friend and tell a friend. If y'all want to know what to get big game for Father's Day, subscribers. Give me some subscribers. That's all I want is for Father's Day. Even though technically I think people will take the Father's Day shit wrong, and Mother's Day. It is, if you have a baby mama, it is your obligation to help your children get your baby mama something. If it's same thing with your baby father, it is not your obligation. If you want to call people and wish them happy Father's Day, then you should. You do not have to. There's only one person that you have to, that you should wish Happy Father's Day. And it's not your mother. It's your father. If you only have one, if you have a stepfather, then fine. Do that too. But like, you ain't got to go call 30,000 fucking people and tell them Happy Father's Day. Just say Happy Father's Day to the father. My mom, I got one good ass mama. I got great godmothers, but that ain't my mom. Them bitches ain't put me on this planet. That motherfucker toted my big head ass for them months. So like, I need to like make sure I tell her. And you know, because I didn't tell people the story about Mother's Day. I fucked around and made sure everybody else did everything else for everybody else's mother. It damn near forgot to tell my mama happy. My mama mad at me. I made sure the boys like it was like pulling teeth for getting Trey and Kai to get the mama the gift that I bought them, that I bought for them, like being nice and shit, listening to stuff. And then, you know, I'm like, okay, well, call your aunt, call your mom, call Lisa, call Twinkle, go tell Gagi here, taking them up to go see my grandma. Grandma, call your aunt, call your mom from your phone so that grandma can tell them this. And I done did all this shit for everybody else's fucking mammy. And they ain't do shit for my mammy. I was like, damn, I was so exhausted doing all of that shit. And then I finally sat down. It was about like 9:30 p.m. I'm like, damn. I mean, I kind of like heard her talk, but I haven't said nothing to my mammy. But if your father ain't shit, you ain't got to wish him a happy Father's Day. Just say Father's Day. Like some shit, like, because no matter what, if he didn't come through might not have came through for all your other events in life, but he came once. And that came once is why you're here. So always be appreciative, because he could have put you on a rag. Could have put you in the mouth. Could have put you in a lot of other different places.
Oh my God.
That's why I like Cardi B, man. Actually, one time I looked at Kai. Kai did something so sweet, and I was just like, man, you know what? That was so sweet. Like Cardi B put in that song, I want you to touch that little dangly thing in the back of my throat. So I was like, I'm so glad I didn't take Cardi B's suggestion when it came to you, son. Like, you were so nice. And then he probably did something bad, and then I was just like, you motherfucker. But anyways, subscribe to the channel. Yesterday was a great day, very busy day for me. We'll go to that last. I want to shout out to my son. My son went up there and did a speech for his fifth grade graduation. He was the president. He racked up on the awards. You know, we have this thing in our family, like, and it started during COVID. I was yelling at him because I was like, how you do anything is how you do everything. We will get here. We won't do this. We compete, dog. Second place is not enough. And he was reading a lot. And all I'm looking at is the numbers. I'm like, I'm asking him, Trey, what place you in? I'm in second place there. Well, what you doing, man? Come on now. Read another book. And he said, Dad, I can't beat him. I'm like, don't you ever say you can't beat somebody, son. And then I went over there and I rested. Put up the list. Who we losing to? And it was an Indian kid. I said, hey, man. I said, dog, you know what? You right, son. Just keep doing your thing. Ain't nothing wrong with second place sometimes. We were not beating the Indian kid. I didn't realize the Indian kid was who. I met the Indian kid for the first time yesterday. That bitch got damn near every award. But Trey was going toe-to-toe with her for every award. But then she got the Lifetime Achievement Award. And I knew Trey wasn't getting that shit because he got one B. But Atapa, Abaka, or whatever the fucking name was, like little Indian girl, and she cheated. She did chorus. I know she can't sing. But Trey did it the old-fashioned way, got it out in the mud. They was going back and forth. Trey got a minimum of 2,000 steps. I mean, excuse me, 20,000 steps just from his seat going back up to the stage. I was a proud pappy. But here's Trey's speech right here. What he said, and this is edited, by the way, people. So it would have been more dry and things like that. But hopefully the audio is good. It was from an iPhone way in the back.
Hello, Swim Lakes Academy. I am James Anthony Coleman III, your student council president. And I am here giving a speech today to talk about how well we have all done in our final year of elementary school. Some of you have been here since kindergarten, and all of you have done well, although some of you have done better than others. We have all aimed to do our best and gave our best. My time at Twin Lakes Elementary has been so important that I took my younger brother, Kai, to meet all of my teachers and ensured my parents will be sending him here to Twin Lakes. All of, all of you have grown a lot. We have been doing tests like the FSA or FAST since third grade. All of our teachers have helped equally to prep us to succeed, and now we're done, and we are going to sixth grade. I probably won't see a bunch of you again, but all of you have great futures ahead, and one day you will grow, and you might just reminisce on your younger days. You might forget me and some of your other friends too, but if you made the most of this one-time experience, you will be fine. And I'd like to finish this off. I'd like to say thanks to all of you for coming out here. Thanks to all of our teachers. That is all I have to say, and I look forward to giving this speech in another 40 years as the President of the United States of America.
The mic drop was, he said, all right, I'm done. Basically, he said, I'm done. And I look forward to giving you this same exact speech in 40 years as the President of the United States of America. And I was like, he did say some of you, he's like, I'm going to probably forget a lot of you, and you're going to forget me, but some of you will have futures. You all have futures. Some of your futures are better than others. I'm like, dude, do you even know what the fuck you be saying sometimes, man? Like, do you know what you're talking about? Because like you're literally backhanded complimenting everybody. But Steven, they say tell the baby to pipe down. That baby's a part of our family now. Like that's like Trey got is like me. He got an eclectic group of friends, and his friends don't touch. He's got his Asian friend who he had a sleepover with, whose mom is fired. I don't know who the dad is, but that mom can cook, man. That Filipino lady, I think they're Filipinos. Then he's got his friend that he calls Sassy. That's Key Money. Key Money, they all wore suits. Key Money and Logan wore suits. Key Money and Logan are like his nerd friends. Like they cool though. I fucks with Logan. Logan's mom was the fastest woman in Boston when she came out. Almost made the Olympics. Ran track at JU. So that was her baby. They got two babies. They got a baby girl that's like a little over a year, and then I think that baby was like got here around December time or some shit like that. Grill Master, like this is by the time Grill Master, I might want to chill on the podcast, bitch. They about to re-elect 4-5. Like, ain't nobody telling me to do shit if 4-5 was president. Like, I'm presidential around this bitch. But anyways, but Trey did that. He got a ton of awards. Lot of claps. Very proud father moment. Then another proud father moment. Not really father, but like mentor. We had our spring football game. I left Trey's graduation, went to the spring game. We beat the shit out of Bowles with like 7 starters not playing. Bowles is a good football team. But this is two kids that I really enjoy coaching. That's Jamie French and Tremel Jones. Tremel Jones is committed to Florida State University at quarterback. Jamie French is currently uncommitted, and a bunch of people getting on my fucking nerves, asking me why he doesn't want to come to Florida State. And like I'm not fucking trying to figure that shit out myself. But this is right here. We're gonna have to mute the music, even though I love the song. It's Skrilla by Kodak Black. It's a very good song by Kodak before he started doing all the drugs and shit. But this is what I have a problem with in high school football in general. Tremel is a 4-star quarterback. Jamie is a 4 or a 5-star quarterback, depending on which publication you listen to. You should not put a child of God or a child in general on this kid by himself. It's arrogance as a coach. It's also if this was a real game, we would have went to jail for bullying. Because we would have done this so many times to this young man. Now, his dad, the kid who's doing it, his dad's name is Dwayne Starks. And shit. Dwayne Starks played cornerback for the New Orleans Saints when I was there as well. He has a coach named Drayton Florence who played for Carolina Panthers, played for the Jaguars and a whole bunch of other shit. But like, I want you to watch. Now, this is what my fear is for my son. This is why I'm just like, I don't have expectations. I think Trey is going to be good, but Trey doesn't have to be me. But like, anyways, let's just roll this wonderful bean footage and just watch. Again, this kid's girlfriend probably broke up with him, had a math exam this week, and then you do this to him. He never stood a chance.
Woo!
Like, just can we slow-mo it a little bit? I don't want to see Jamie's bad dance moves. But so right here, you see that clearly they are not in press coverage. There is a considerable amount of cushion. Jamie is not Xavier Worthy. He does not run a 4.3, but he runs incredibly good routes. And the kid believes Jamie's running I believe he's going to run a post. Let's go push it. Or a slant. Then so the kid bites on it. He eats up his cushion, and it ain't nothing but Jesus. It's like if I could just touch the hem of his garment, and it doesn't help either. Tries to pull his towel, which is not flag football. It doesn't matter. He's in the end zone now, son. And then Jamie does his little, like, it's just one-handed catch, which he didn't have to do. He could have caught that with two, but that's Jamie for you. That's why he reminds me of Keon so much. But like, you know, why would they even do this to this child? Like I would go to the sideline and ask my father, do you hate me? Like, why would you do that to me? It was good team, but Bowles is a really good coach team. It doesn't matter who goes out there. We probably won't see a corner adequate enough to cover Jamie one-on-one, even if they're in the zone. Like, you've got to put disruptors out there for Jamie. If you just let him free release off the line, that is like, with him and Tremel have such a good relationship that just, even if you decide that, you know what, he's not going to beat me deep, I'm going to go 20 yards deep, that bitch just going to stop. And it's Jamie about 6'1". Oh, wow. He's not even like, he's long though, one of them long-limbed ass 6'1s. Like, so he looks taller than what he really is. But yeah, man, at a certain point, you got to know your personnel and just be like, hey, man. But then again, they might have just told him, go out there and just give it your all, son. Jamie played I think they played 2 drives and then that was it. But like, we're assholes. Like, this is what I try to tell people. My job, I get paid $1,440 to coach high school football in Jacksonville, Florida. I know for a fact they get paid. I know what they get paid at Bowles because we all get paid, because I get paid the lacrosse stipend. I get paid a lot better at Bowles than I get at here. So what I say that to say is that I get underpaid to have to worry about the self-esteem of the kids that wear orange and green at Mandarin High School. I don't give a fuck about the self-esteem of whoever is on the other sideline. That's their coach's problem. They get paid a stipend just like me. My job is to demoralize people while we were inside those lines. And what we do is we call it circle the duck. Somebody gonna have a bad day. And when we find that person, we are going to push that kid off the edge. That kid gonna cry in the car. But luckily, Jamie and them only played 2 drives. After that touchdown, Jamie was done. So it was cool. Getting into the show. So my guy Chris is in here. Chris had an anniversary. We had to go to Chicago. Had to do a whole bunch of other shit. We will be on Sporadics tonight at 8 p.m. I will be on it right after. I should be done with my new family. So I can I'll be on the show tonight, Chris. Again, as I was talking about my father, I want to learn a lot, and maybe because again, here is a thick, dark-skinned woman that, you know, I see people saying that like this is weird and this is wild, but at the same time, I don't have kinks, right? I don't think I have kinks, but this might be a kink. I've never met a woman that was big and strong enough to like just dominate me. Like I'm actually, that is, anybody ever watch Game of Thrones fans? Anybody Game of Thrones fans? There's very few people on this planet who I have body goals, right? Greg Jones, okay, Lanier Coleman, Jason Momoa. The Rock sometimes, but The Rock just weird. But Jason Momoa, and the reason why is because I first saw Jason Momoa when he was when he was married to Khaleesi. But there was a scene where I think women miss the boat sometimes when they want powerful men, but they don't want to be what's necessary to have a powerful man. And he was out there like that was some of the most brutal, like that you can't even call that softcore porn. I don't know what that was. He was mad. He was slaughtering her in the beginning. Like you could see the pain on her face. Like she was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. He is literally going to fuck me to death. And then the prostitute that ended up turning on her said, I'm going to teach you how to please a man. And she got aggressive with Cole. Like her little ass started dominating him, turning him around, flipping him over. I'm not going to hold you, ladies. That shit kind of sexy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just like dominate me. But I think the champ, Clarissa Shields, could do that. And like this here, I don't know, maybe I would have to tell her, like, don't punch me that hard. Like, don't go full strength, but like, she a heavyweight. And I don't mind heavyweights. Like this, she wearing my favorite color. But anyway, just watch this. I would do this and be slightly aroused. Don't judge me.
Close your eyes, Dad. No, knock his ass out. Just close your eyes.
Yeah, I don't knock you up. Like, you standing, you gonna fall back. Yeah, just brace yourself. Yeah. Like, so you gotta like.
Put the left foot up.
There you go. Are you ready?
Hold on. No. You ready?
Like, look at the yams.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, shit. That shit hurt, man.
That would be me. Luke Young is me. I'm going to go next. Hit me. He's hurt.
You're next. Come on, you got it. Let's go.
You followed through on that one.
Oh my God.
She hit him harder.
No, hey, look. Sit down. Cortisone, sit down. What's your nickname? Lorenzo. See Lorenzo right now.
They can't fuck with you.
Let me go ahead and come back to. Dang, y'all good. That was a good.
Hey, salute, man. Salute to y'all, man.
But nah, that's just, don't judge me. You can take that off now. But yeah, man. Clarissa could get it. Just that's for me. I got a little more padding than they got. But she could have been. As long as she didn't hit her. I mean, what's wild is you don't want her to hit you in your ribs, right? But you don't want her to hit you in your on your liver, because then you'll shut down. Right. It's really no good way to get hit by a person who punches people for a living. Because she punches and takes hits for a living. Also, this would end domestic violence. Because ain't nobody going toe to toe with her except for another heavyweight. Because she can take a punch as well as deliver it. But going to the next thing. New York City nightclub is requiring men to show a bank account balance of $50,000 to enter. I have never seen a generation more obsessed with showing people how rich they might be and letting the world know that they are marks. Like if I know the only way you can get in that club is if you make $50,000 or more, you know what I'm doing? I'm literally sitting outside that club waiting for everybody to come out. And we're robbing you. We're robbing you.
That makes so much sense.
And you know what we're robbing? We're not gonna be greedy. We just want $50,000, man. That's it. That's all we want, man. $50,000. We'll let you go for $50,000. We know you got it. You wouldn't have got in that club if you didn't have it. Again, just all of this just to appease broke people. Because even when the women call you broke, they broke too. Because they ain't got the $50,000. They only talking to you because they want the money that you perceive to have. I don't know. Whatever, man. Like just when the old man said this, it made so much sense. You are not paying them to be with you. You're paying them to leave. Once he said that, everything made sense. If you have that kind of money, the guy doesn't like you. He just wants to be with you for a little bit, and he's literally paying you to leave. And why do they have the picture? Can we go to why is she in the photo?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I could get this for less than 50K.
Right? Way less than 50K. That is definitely less than 2,000 pesos in the Dominican. Like it's wait now the lady with the little the thing. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm with that. I don't like the black chick that's got. Maybe I got to zoom in on her, but she's got a little crown too. I'm not paying 50. I'm not paying 50,000 to be around these people. But,
he probably owns it.
Yeah, that's the richest ones. Be the ones like that. So, but now going on to the next historic tidbits before. But this is where I believe if football could be in the Olympics before we had the Great War. This is what people did before. Like, imagine a game. The United States used to have an annual game football game versus Canada, where they played American football rules in the first half and they played Canadian rules in the second half. And I'm genuinely interested in what this would look like today. This is just terrible football, but we can go watch this. Is a little known football history facts here. So you're going to get educated on stuff today.
Stars of the event. The Canadian and American teams corralled from every branch of the Army. Players familiar to rugby fans everywhere. Teams line up prior to the game to meet some high-ranking Army officers. They stand at attention as a huge 50-piece American band plays the national anthems of Britain, America, and Canada. The kickoff. The first half of the game is being played with American rules, and American referees see they are kept. The boys in the white helmets are the Americans, and their running interference is a bit confusing to the Canadians. Here's a forward pass completed by the Canadians, but the receiver's nabbed before he can break away.
Just look how bad. And 30,000 people sat here and watched this.
End run was stopped before it got very far.
I want you guys to realize something. You know what? They're out there wearing trench coats. People looked at this and they said every day, man, this is the game I love. And when they introduced black people, I just want you to know, they're ruining the game that I love. What happened to the purity of the sport? What happened to what's some other shit that people be saying? Like, it's just I refuse to watch this product. I just want you guys to realize that what you say about the game today, in 40 to 50 years, people will look at you like you're crazy. It does look more like a Three Stooges clip. Like the drip. Now he's drippy. If you've never been to a Army Navy game, I ain't gonna lie, them cats be fly as shit in their little pea coats and the M. Bison shirt jackets that the Army be wearing. I don't know what the correct term of it is, but all I think about is M. Bison from Street Fighter. It's so slow. It looks like everything is just like all over the place, man. But yeah, and it's just I guess it was snowing. I don't know if it was snowing or if it's just a grain of film. And they got a teacup. That was the winner got a teacup. Yeah.
That's not American. Well, who did that?
Well, you know, back then, dog, like shit was just crazy. Like I told y'all, this was the shit my grandma said one year. I had a decent Christmas, and she said I wasn't appreciative enough. Like she says, like she's like, you know, I got an orange for Christmas one year. I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really know how to respond to that, Grandma. Like, you know, you got an orange, but like, what's that got to do with me right now? Like, and one of the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, like, but like, you know, but so like shit like teacups was like probably like, I don't know, but this is before the Great War. Like, they walked 15 miles in the snow to school, uphill both ways. Like, they say shit, silly shit, but like, this is when men used to play the game. Did you know they used to have to work they had to work a full-time job when they got back? They had to ride a boat over there. Yo, that's wild. I just thought about that. I really just put that together. Like we complain about flying to London. These motherfuckers had to ride a boat. Like these motherfuckers just to play the game had a week-long trip.
Yo.
Coming and going, they had to ride a boat. But I do kind of agree with them. Like they were just as sensitive, you know. Like I tell people, don't talk to me about being a snowflake when your people the people who raised you had a conniption fit if somebody pissed in the same shitter as them of another race. I don't want to hear that shit. But I will say, I think we were tougher as a nation when we had smoking and non-smoking sections in restaurants. Like you could smoke on airplanes. Like now they act like if you light one up on an airplane, like everybody's gonna die. Like, but we have clips. There's a great comedic movie called Airplane, where they're smoking on the plane. Yeah, like planes that's because good old capitalism. No regulations and shit, man. That's wild. Now that is now if I was going to believe conspiracy theories, that's a conspiracy theory.
If I worked for the airline, I'd shut up like a motherfucker. I would be saying shit.
I ain't saying you seen it? I ain't see shit. Continuations. One of the best things about the shows, especially on Fridays, and as we continue to structure this thing into a thing that's much more efficient. You know, I love coming back to things. And again, to the women in this world, I like when I'm educated, right? Because I get checked. I don't know everything. I am a willing. Oh yeah, let me email you this thing because I am a willing, ignorant person, but that loves to learn about what he was ignorant about. And I said that men are attracted to women who do not wear a lot of makeup. I am attracted to women who do not wear a lot of makeup. That being said, some of y'all, I don't want y'all around me if you're not wearing makeup, if you look like this. Please wear makeup. This is also voodoo. And for the young men who are watching this show, advice from the fullback. This is why it's important to find a freak in which you can paint their face on the first night. That way, we got to scrub the makeup off, and you can at least see what she really looks, what her hidden features actually are. So let's play this video. I don't know if there's noise to it, but like it is just the video in of itself is 12 seconds of fear. Yeah, no, we don't need to play like that. Forehead is crazy, but
But what?
where are eyebrows? Does she have eyebrows in the next one? How? I've actually, you know what? I've never seen a situation where eyelashes make you more attractive.
What?
The eyelashes work on her. She looks crazy in the face.
That's not even the same nose.
Can't be the same person, right?
That nose is not the same.
They got contouring things that can make you look like from a different certain angles, make them look different. That might just be contouring. Guys, be careful. There are Autobots among us. This is why, again, that might be a transmission. Them the only ones who know how to do makeup like that.
I thought she was kind of manly at
No, now listen, man. Birth certificate, or I may just tell my sons, hey, man, let somebody else take that L with that girl. She don't got a baby.
Yeah, that's kind of where
Like we know that. I mean, they can adopt, but like if they got a baby, we're 75% sure that that's what we're working with here. But that there is terrible. Terrible. That is mysticism. Like you can't, like dead serious. Like if you see this girl and she gets like put on a milk, like okay, all right, let's say you take her home, or somebody takes her home and something bad happens to her. I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but let's say, hypothetically speaking, they can't put that on a milk carton. That don't look like that. You can't put that on a milk carton. Like that person, we will never find them. Oh, probably Charles, but there's a dweeb. It's a dweeb right now in the comments saying, "Oh my God, my milk of magnesia, my porcelain princess." The gods the gods decided that they had made the most perfect thing ever. No, she's ugly. I'm sorry. And I believe Angelo, you might be right. That there is is something. But anyways, continuation, ladies. Listen, if you look like that, I understand. You gotta do your thing. The problem is some of y'all look like that and then still look like that after a little bit of makeup. Go take a makeup class. WWE, I'm loving what they're doing. Like listen, Jada Fire and no, not Jada Fire. Jada Fire is Jada Fire is a porn star that I happen to like. Jada something, the one that's from Jacksonville, and Big Nia Jax were here in Jacksonville the other day, getting after it. And I don't know who this chick is, but to quote a sassy R&B singer that made a classic, that again, a song that I did not know I didn't even know I liked that garment until this song was made. But he said she has dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. It was so important and so impressive that he had to say it again. She had dumps like a truck. And you just look at this. You want to see a thong, but she didn't have a thong because boy shorts came out. And boy shorts are better than thongs, in my opinion. They cover a little bit up, leave a little to the imagination, and they get a little cheek out there just so you can get intrigued. But there's some cheek out here and athleticism. And again, as I said with Clarissa Shields, if I would not mind being slammed a little bit if that's what this young lady is into. But let's see what this is. Again, I am a fan. If wrestling continues to go I'll push, but women are it in sports right now. There's a renaissance coming. And in rap. Do you know the best, like the women are dominating the game right now? Like I'm out here getting ready for a woman. Like Glorilla is like, I like little Glorilla. But that Glow, done shell toes, Glow. Like they playing that before games. It sounds like you about to go whoop somebody's ass. But let's push this. You want them to make after when it's all done though. But like, hey brother, ain't nothing finer in this world than a black woman. I'm saying, hell yeah, man. Whoa. And I looked, and it was this porcelain white dude that said that. I was like, with a deep voice, I was ready to I was about to be slapping some skin, my man. And then I was like, wait a minute. But that's all I could think about when I was sitting there. And even that's why we need a Degeneration X thing. Like when we were talking about it's our month and it's a little white boy, like when he seen that slam, he was just like, but man, boy. But another continuation. And I sent you an email, Miles. So this is what I don't like. Things I don't like is I don't like hoe shit. Like if you said something, say that shit like a man. And Darren Heitner, who I put on, was very, very, very arrogant a few years ago. And this is what I found this after after the Rashada thing came out. He's part of the reason why the Rashada deal. On April 25th, 2022, Darren Heitner put, is FSU falling well behind UF and UM? UF has the Gator Collective and Gator Guard. UM has John Ruiz and Dan Lambert. Where is FSU on NIL? And like we whooping all their ass right now. Gator Collective and Gator Guard don't even exist anymore. And he got jammed up in a Rashada deal. John Ruiz is up to his nose in shit. And like, you know, life is good. But he deleted this tweet. Because every time I get a chance to retweet that shit, I retweet that shit. Because I went at his ass. And it was some whole shit. But Darren's getting everything that he deserved right now and all that shit. So, yeah, on to the next thing. Love continuation. I love when a good continuation works out in your favor. What we got? You can go down. Don't even worry about that. Don't worry about Gators and FSU. Let's just get to talking about what we need to talk about. This is, you know, like women. I'm appreciating women today. That's all I'm doing. Women in the WNBA, women in all of these other things. I mean, women in wrestling. Like, this is like women in rap. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I don't even think they're taking the time, in my opinion, to just fucking appreciate the fact that y'all are it. Like, and y'all gonna be it for a while if y'all just don't focus on how long it took you not to become it and like how people are marketing. The Washington Mystics right now are selling brunch and basketball tickets. You know how we look, and it's cheaper than an Atlanta brunch. For $105, you get bottomless mimosas. You get 100 level seat ticket, which is pretty good seating. You get chicken and waffles, fruit, pastries, coffee. Come there, see an early game, hang out, vibe. You know the DJ gonna be vibing. The fellas, they're marketing to us for women. Oh, we gotta put that up. I don't think we got it up yet. We still got Darren up there. Like, bro, do y'all know? Have y'all never seen a woman after brunch?
Yeah, I got
you.
you.
Bruh, it makes me want to put a WNBA franchise in Jacksonville and run that same campaign. For $105, man. Here, baby. Baby, I want to go to brunch with my girl. Here. It's the WNBA game. Yeah, go. Go get hot. Bottomless mimosas. Man, girl, you go drink what you want to drink. She come in, boom, kick that door down. Where you at, babe? Now you get molested. And we like that shit. Like, she aggressive, like Clarissa Shields and shit, and them WWE bitches, and now you getting what you want. She go watch some she don't know what the fuck going on at the basketball game, more than likely, but she knows brunch. Now, there is a risk that you run when it comes to this. You know it's going to be some studs out there. But studs are everywhere. But there's also another side of this. Could be a good lesbian. And she could bring a good lesbian home, and now you got two chicks. Now you got two red bones kissing in the back seat. You got a Boosie song. All I'm saying is they're doing some really good shit in the WNBA, and the product is actually good. You might fuck around and get Angel Reese coming back home with you. My bad. But Bud asking me if I got the bud. All right, going to the next thing with the WNBA. Everybody right now, the argument. So we talked about on Wednesday's show why NBC is doing so much better with NBA coverage than ESPN. And a part of the problem is ESPN for so long has been the network that molds the conversation. But a lot of things, I think we're seeing a seismic shift because they're doing old school journalism in Fox, NBC, and a lot of these others. Whereas ESPN creates a narrative to where you have to hate somebody. They have who they want to be the great, and then anything that challenges that greatness, they spend a majority of their programming belittling or trying to downgrade the greatness. In that article, they talked about how ESPN for the last 20 years has had a great basketball player in LeBron James. And instead of talking about LeBron's greatness, they've spent more time talking about why LeBron's not Michael Jordan. And that has shifted the conversation. And what people don't realize is, and I used to tell 1010 this, you know what ESPN did? So ESPN has a show, every hour on the hour, especially live, from 6 to 10 p.m. So let's say I want to talk about, let's say Cam Newton retires, or so. No, Tom Brady retires, and I break that news. I'm going to be on that show, on the show from 6, every show, every hour on the hour from there. If ESPN, I'm going to be on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3. I'm going to be on ABC is going to pick it up. SEC Network, if it's a college thing, all of these different things. So I'm going to put it on ESPN.com. I'm going to put it, I have all my people put it on there. I have literally just tailored the story, made a story out of thin air, whether it's true or not. So when people say like, oh, that's my original thought, is it your original thought, or was it incepted into your brain because you heard it from all of the different sources that you consider to be true? So imagine if all you heard was Michael Jordan's the greatest from 40 different things. And then what happens is, because everybody watches ESPN and they're influenced by it, it spills over into other networks, local television, barbershop talk things, etc., whether it's true or not. Well, what Fox is doing is, fuck it, I don't know if he is better than Michael Jordan, but the bitch brings ratings. Let's talk about how great Anthony Edwards' night was today. And what he's doing and why it's great, talk about his story and things of that nature, where ESPN will go ahead and automatically try to start getting the comparisons to Michael Jordan. Like, you got people chasing ghosts. I say this to say is that they're doing it with the Caitlin Angel Reese thing. And it started back when they were in college. You remember we saw the things of, Angel putting up her finger and saying, I got a championship and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, that's why you'll be great at nothing. She will be successful in life. And you like, and I'm like, how can you draw these parallels? They know keeping a split will continue to make things worse. And I'm not even going to lie to you. The Angel Reese supporters, because they see people come so hard at Caitlin, so hard for Caitlin, it makes Angel Reese supporters have to come hard for Angel. When in fact, these two young ladies are probably decent friends. They're competitors, but they're no more competitors than Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were. Like, you don't have to vilify somebody in order to have a good product. But here's where I get pissed off as a conservative. I hate that conservatives do this stuff, especially when they paint it like this. Liberals, why won't anybody watch the WNBA? Caitlin Clark emerges. People start watching Caitlin Clark. Liberals, Caitlin Clark has white privilege and pretty privilege. What? First and fucking foremost, you are fucking wrong. She does not have pretty privilege. She ain't the ugliest motherfucker in the world, but let's not say she has pretty privilege. Caitlin looked like damn, what was that? They put Caitlin got some strong features. I'm sure somebody gonna wipe that up because she's famous. Happens. But like, this is Harrison Crank getting his engagement farming. I should have known. University of North Dakota alumni. He ain't around a bunch of liberals anyway. So when people do this, I love doing the inverse of it. And I type this: Caitlin Clark is nice, but clearly you've never heard of the phrase great white hype. It's a good movie too. And how it's literally a technique that's been used in sports since Jack Johnson. But like the reverse of this. Conservative, Angel Reese is just some hood chick. It's like you're trying to make good versus evil when all you got to do is just say the good things about both of them. Have you ever seen the movie Great White Hype? Do you understand? Do y'all understand what this means? And do y'all, well, first and foremost, my bad. Do any of y'all know who Jack Johnson is? Jack Johnson is the first black heavyweight champion. He knocked out a white man. They never thought It dates back to when people thought there was some racial superiority. He also invented the wrench. But Jack Johnson he was every white man's fear during that time. You couldn't whoop his ass. And he had all the bad white bitches. And was fucking them in public. And being blatant about it in the 1900s, like the early, like 1905 and shit, like when it was really bad to do this stuff. Like they locked him up because they said he was doing interstate prostitution. Like he took a chick and crossed state lines, and then they hit him with that. But Jack was so bad that they promoted every white hopeful to go and knock him out, and he knocked all of them out. So the great white hype was great white hope, which they turned to hype, was the whatever white man they put up to fight Jack Johnson. And so when you think about it, go back and look at how and again, I want to preface this. In order to be considered that, you had to have been good. It just means you're probably not better than Jack Johnson. And people was losing money for this because they were literally betting on the white guy because of the media, knowing that Jack Johnson was going to knock their ass out. So bookies was losing money for this shit. So you go into now, so every time you see a guy like Larry Bird, who again fulfilled his obligation, and then I would argue Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player to ever play. Larry Bird dominated when he had, and when the NBA's color shifted. This is what comes down. So every time you see a guy that's any good and it shifts the racial norms, it does galvanize a base of people, and they pour into this person when they probably are just as good as Angel Reese. And I think the argument is everybody's saying that Caitlin's just getting some attention that she probably shouldn't get, that Angel Reese should get as well, when there's enough room for both of them, which is really the argument, is why they play two different positions, two different styles. The argument shouldn't be for one or the other. The argument should be, hey, you know what? We have multiple great players in different markets that's going to make people want to watch these games. Let's do this. One is actually playing probably a little bit better than the other one. They banging Caitlin around. I don't know if she's gonna last the season the way they hitting her. But like, it's a lot of interesting things that are going on with this game. And I think between people wanting to make everything controversial and having to have a villain and a demon, somebody demonized, we're losing sight of the fact that we got some really good female basketball players. That even though I said Caitlin doesn't get pretty privilege, she's not ugly, she's pretty enough. And you know what? It doesn't matter. There's a bunch of white guys that love Caitlin Clark, and that's their right. I happen to like the sexy llama, and the other big ass. I think she's a South American that's playing on her team too. Them happen to be more of my types.
Cardoza.
Yeah. Now there is it's a I can't think of her name. Luke. I think I seen Luke Poe. It's a bad bro. Dr. Umar would have to understand with this one right here. It is a bad. If she can hoop too, a badass white girl, look like a supermodel.
Cameron Brink.
Yep. But they ain't talking about her. They keep putting the ugly girl in front of me. Cameron Brink can hoop too. I'm saying it's so much other shit that they could be like, not continue to push Caitlin because she is a star. But there's so many other stars that we could be developing and pushing that we would like, damn, dog, like we ain't gotta like, it's like we ain't gotta like one hoe at a time. That's like not our thing. Charles has to. But even he can go have some secret ones. Not secret ones, and don't cheat on your wife, but like everybody got an out clause is what I'm saying. And this is how men and women, all women love, when Denzel was Denzel, they loved Denzel. But like if Denzel came up to your bitch back in the day, dog, like Denzel was taking your chick, dog, if she wanted it. And you know what? When Juju come out, the little girl from USC, it's going to be more hype. When everybody else comes out, it's going to be more hype. They're bringing sauce, sass, flavor, sauce, sass, and sexiness to a league that needed it. And you got to have that. And it's also bringing people to correct us. And during this time, you have to be careful with our ignorance because we don't fucking know. I mean, they're talking about Shannon Sharp got the most popular podcast right now, and he doing this thing. And they're talking about it. I don't know if we but my boy Uncle Rufus put what would really save y'all Angel Reese arguments is if y'all just recorded a game and just posted the highlights. And I think remember Angel Reese's the game like they didn't even have the game in, somebody streamed it, the shit got 2 million views. So I'm just saying, like shit like that. They got again. It's a. Well, we'll play that next one, Miles. Don't do the wave check one first. Go to Women's Hoops USA, I believe, is the one. Yes, actually, another fine chick with the Women's Hoops USA one. You can delete that one. Don't go to that. Go to that one. That one next. Like this one right here. I mean, come on, dog. Like we can. It is enough fine women for us to just keep posting and sharing. All different types of builds too. You like your ironing board built, bitch? They got them. You like your one with like she look like she got some titties and not much ass, but like that's cool. The older I get, the more I like titties. With great ass comes a lot of sass, but they got some thick ones too. Like it's everything that you want is there. It's like I don't understand. Like I just can't watch the WNBA. It's so boring. Dog, are you gay? And that's okay if you are. But like, I can watch it. If it's on TV, I'll watch it. Because at least we're looking at something. Men go to strip clubs all the time, pay thousands of dollars for women that can't touch. Or that wouldn't touch them if they didn't pay $1,000. There was a viral video that went around. A young lady said she made $15,000 in a week stripping. And I'm like, lie to your pastor. You ain't got a lie to be. You ain't made $15,000 in a week just stripping. You made $15,000 a week going to that sham. And then she said she had to take one day off because her throat hurt. I said, I know why your throat hurts, ma'am. You ain't just stripping making $15,000 a week because it wasn't nothing like overly exotic about her. She was pretty, but like nothing like come on, man. You out there, you out there getting you out there giving up the 3-hole special. You getting bowling balled out there. That's how you getting them thousands of dollars, man. Now you stalling them out and you waiting until they get to a certain point, and then you're telling them, hey, you add another $1,000 on there, I'll make your dreams come true here in the champagne room. And that's all that is. But again, this is like the champagne room without any of this stuff. And ladies, y'all should be putting these games on because they're gonna do for now. Men will do to you what y'all have been doing to us for years. And you're like, James, what does that mean? They're going to go fuck the shit out of you because they can't fuck the shit out of Angel Reese. Lie to your pat. This is safe space. You ain't got to lie to me. You ain't got to lie to me. Y'all go to these games and y'all watching us men. Because we hear y'all say, oh, he fine. You watching well-in-shape men in pedal pushers. That's what them pants is like. Them things is like, or actually they go over the knees now, so we might as well call them basically leggings. You watching men in leggings that don't wear drawers. Y'all hoping for white pants in a rainy day. So you can see a little print action, a little wet print action, just like we like wet t-shirt contests in the 90s and the 2000s. Y'all know y'all like this shit. You watching this shit, you're getting turned on, and then you're going to go get fucked by a guy who doesn't look anything like the people that are on the TV that you were watching. I'm sorry I had to tell you exposure secrets. I've seen your group chats. Those men in those groups, women love to say the women that you liking on IG don't look nothing like the women, your baby mamas, or don't know like y'all don't do that shit. That's why you're saying that shit. It's called you're like pushing it. You're pushing us away. But anyways, going to the next thing because I think it's not next comment, but it's another one. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So and I believe this guy is simping. The simping ain't pipping, but he did educate us through his simping. Van Shy, yum, whatever. He says, I love the nightcap show truly, but holy crap, did they spread lies last night? Shannon started the segment by asking these 3 questions. Number 1, prior to Caitlin Clark, how many private plane flights did teams take? Gil said 0. I thought that too. Didn't really care. Number 2, prior to Caitlin Clark, how many games were on TV? Gil, I'm still trying to find the rest of them games. I'm with Gil. Number 3, prior to Caitlin Clark, what chamber of commerce offered their teams $100,000 per player? Gil, 0. He says it's really important that you do research, especially if you have a platform with millions of followers, before you sit in front of a camera discussing a subject. I don't agree with this guy with that. Actually, I think what they did was genius and the best thing for them. They did discuss it in front of their platform, in front of millions of people, and now they can get told that they're wrong. And when they're told that they're wrong, they get to go in front of their platform of millions of people and tell them that they're wrong. And they get to say, hey, it's more popular than I thought. The correct answer is to number 1, prior to Caitlin Clark, how many private flights teams take? Hundreds. The league rolled out its charter flight program in 2022. I do remember there being an argument because some teams could afford charter flights, some teams couldn't. Like the Las Vegas Aces wanted to charter everywhere. They did it in an attempt to make it fair because some teams are going to fly commercial, some teams are going to fly charter. Prior to Caitlin Clark, how many? Plus, to be honest with you, like football flew charter everywhere, right? I don't get those miles. I couldn't use the ticket. I don't mind flying commercially, to a lot of these places because I get to get the miles, which means you get the benefit later on. That means you get to you can go somewhere to Dubai for free. You know what I'm saying? Like there's benefits in this shit, but whatever. Prior to Caitlin Clark, how many games were on TV? Gil said, I'm still trying to find the rest of them. Correct answer, 205 games out of the 240 were on national platforms last year. So a majority of the games are on TV. We just don't know about it. That means that's poor marketing by the WNBA. Prior to Caitlin Clark, what chamber of commerce offered their teams $100,000 per player? Gil, 0. The Las Vegas Aces Chamber of Commerce presented each Aces player with a $100,000 check. Caitlin plays for Indiana, which is true. And the Aces also, I believe, they're the ones who won the championship, right? So, Caitlin Clark didn't make the law. Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever did not make the did not make the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce pay the Las Vegas team. And he says incredibly disappointed for not doing their due diligence as professionals and flat out lying to their audience. If you want to be taken seriously, consider presenting facts and not knowing. See, this is where he went over the top. Right? So 1, it's not lying. They didn't know. And this is where simping ain't pimping. All you had to do was say, man, I really wish I would have done more research because you should know. I get it. That's fine. It's not lying. I just didn't know. I think you got to change the battery pack, Miles. And then he says, if you want to be taken seriously. So let's scroll back up. I love is how he started this shit. So you already take them seriously, bro, with the way they do shit. And they don't always know everything. I think we can't say every time, it is the equivalent of saying all men started treating women right when Cigar got with Russell Wilson. There's been people treating women right. Y'all just wasn't fucking paying attention to them. Everybody ain't Future around this motherfucker. So just chill out. Relax. You don't have to do this, man. The hoe's gonna come to you no matter what, bro. You ain't gotta. But sometimes you just don't know. It's not ignorance isn't always a lie. It's not the truth, but a lie is a strong word to use. A lie is saying, ain't nobody a lie is different. A lie is actually a lie is the reverse of the truth. They weren't trying to disprove something. They were just saying this is what we know from what we know. And I'm be honest with you, I ain't know none of that shit. That's just me. But I say this: the women are kicking ass, and I'm loving it. Women running the rap game, women running women WNBA is, to me, I don't know what the fuck going on in NBA, but I know a little bit more about the WNBA. definitely know more about women's college basketball than I know about men's college basketball. I'm only watching wrestling recaps if women are in it. I don't want to see that shit with men. And check this out right here. This is like if the yams and the collard greens and the cornbread all got together, and the macaroni and cheese all got together on Thanksgiving. Go to wave check. This is what I'm looking at right here. And Glorilla, Angel Reese, this is just, I don't know, for y'all, this is great. I didn't realize Glorilla was so tiny until I saw her next to Angel Reese is like literally twerking in her face. Her ass is like right in her face when she was twerking. That's crazy that she's that small. Like, I think that man with the red community, and even he's excited. Now, this is the scary part though, but I give well, she's moving a little bit. I give it to the fact that she's really, really tall. So it's kind of hard for like somebody that tall to like dip it low and pick it up slow. Actually, if she ever did that after she like, now I guess I don't think girls are finna be dunking no time. Like if she like made a good shot and she got up and then she just like dropped it all the way down and then picked it back up, I think the ratings would go through the roof. But I don't know if she could do that. That's a lot. That's a long way to go. I couldn't be a strength and conditioning coach for I couldn't be a strength and conditioning coach for a women's team like that. Like you gotta know where you're at, bro. I'm like, but that's a tall drink of water. Congratulations to them. I'm gonna end this with some advice from the fullback. So go ahead, click on that last stuff. One of the greatest fullbacks that ever played in the NFL is a guy by the name of Lorenzo Neal. Lorenzo Neal. Actually, click on the other one first. I wonder if I want to use this first. Oh yeah, okay. We'll give advice from Lorenzo Neal, and then we'll give advice from me, the fullback. And Lorenzo Neal is dope. One of the hardest hitting guys. I didn't even realize he played for the Bucks at one point when they had him and Mike Allscott. They had a rhino backfield, but this was some deep shit. And I realized I like onions too, and that might be why I was a fullback. But yeah.
I remember being in grade school and we had show and tell, and I remember Mr. Cole, he said, "Bring your
I also
favorite
realize
fruit
why I
or
wear my shirt
vegetable."
unbuttoned all the time. Maybe it's a fullback thing.
And we got you guys have to tell stories about it. My grandma said, "Son, I want you to bring in an onion." She put it in the bag and I brought it out. Everyone started laughing. And they were laughing about the onion because my grandma, but she already had a story. And I was like, and they talked about, strawberries. They're so succulent, and the juice, and cherries, how they look. And my story is about an onion. The story was, you know what? Here's an onion. Everyone, it makes you cry. People talk, they don't want that onion. But when you want that good soup, you call on that onion. When you want a good burger, you call on that onion. When you want that good flavor, you call on that onion. It's the most disrespected vegetable in the group. But guess what? When you want that good hamburger, you want an onion. That's what the fullback position is. When you want to get downhill, when you want to get nasty, when you want to bring the juice, you better call on that onion. You better bring on that fullback. And we said, let's lead. Let's go 50 power roll. Let's run lead draw. You better call on that fullback and let's get downhill and let's go make them apologize. That's what I looked at the fullback. So fullback position is like that onion. You disrespected, but you want to get downhill. When you want 4 yards in a cloud of dust and you want to run a lead and go right up, you call on that fullback. So you let me know. You're telling me what is a fullback position? We're the onion, baby.
Amen. About to go Easter.
He was passionate too.
Passionate, dog. Reminded me of growing up. My grandma didn't want to make a salad. You know what we had? She sliced tomatoes and onions. Put a little vinegar, a little salt and pepper on that bad boy. Boom. Loved it. That was just, man, I wanted to go hit somebody looking at that. So that's related. That's life advice, man. Be the onion. Everybody can't be the strawberry and the cherry. That shit rot too. Onions like stay forever too. Like you can plant an onion and make more onions and shit. Like it's real easy, man. So the fullback, advice from the fullback, be the onion. Be the motherfucker that people call when they want to do stuff. That's what's up. ACC, we're still ACC. Breaking news: ACC generates $706.6 million to give $44.5 million to members who have football programs. That is great, except for this fucking fact. The SEC is giving $50 million, and the goddamn Big Ten is getting 60. You hear that? We're still behind. And we did great. That's why we're leaving. We talked about this on Wednesday's show. We're still third fiddle. It's better than it was, but it still ain't great. Going to the $5 million over 10 years is $50 million. That's a $50 million deficit. Yes. $5 million, like it's kind of like when people talk. $5 million is not the same as $5. It's a lot of money, guys. A lot of shit can be done for $5 million. But 5.5 million actually. But the last thing I want to tell you this, guys, relationship advice. Relationship advice from the fullback. And what I mean by that is if you want to have a great relationship, ladies and ladies, this is what I want you to tell you. This man went on Wheel of Fortune, and he did he spoke from the heart. And he was wrong in his answer, but he was right, and he educated the masses. If you want your relationship to last, just listen to this guy, and things will get done right. And this guy has a woman in his life that is making him happy, and he clearly just spoke from a happy relationship. And y'all, a black man too. I love this for this black man because he actually, you know what? The way he looks, probably got a Pilgrim Princess. But black women getting into this too.
Right in the butt.
Now, hold up. Actually, you know what? Here's the problem. Go back, and I want you to look at her reaction. I'm not saying you have to do this, ladies, but sometimes I actually told my friend this. She got in trouble. I had to give her some good life advice. And I told her, I know exactly what you can do. You might have to do a little something strange that you don't want to do. But is the pain that you'll take in that moment that could turn into pleasure worse than the pain of you losing that good man? You have to ask yourself these questions. But look at this black woman. If I'm looking correct, if I heard correctly, and then let me see the face of this white woman when this man said this. And it's the phrase, and this was his first guess on the phrase.
Tavares, right in the butt.
Pause it right there, Miles. Pause it right there. You see the black lady? She's like, but do you see the Pilgrim Princess? She's like, yep. I know what his thought process. I know where he's going there, and I'm not mad at it. Sometimes you gotta like slide it in there on accident to let me know that I like it. But she's like, I like that. I'm just saying that's not the answer. It's not even close to the right answer. Now that I think about it, right is 5 letters, R-I-G-H-T, and it's 4. This man knew if I win this, I'm going. I know where she's gonna let me go when I get home, right in the butt. All right. Hey man, sometimes black ladies, you just gotta be don't be a prude. But let's see, what was the actual answer? Because obviously it wasn't right in the butt. It's that final frontier, third eye.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah,
that's what she ends up saying. She knows better than all of them. Right in the butt. What? And this is the best. That's what the white lady said. So I'm just saying, if you want to take your relationship to that next level, sometimes it open up your chakras, your third eye. Right in the butt. This is the best. Hey man, y'all have he was a whole letter short. Like that man was crazy. Yo, that man is crazy. It's wild. Anyways, man, appreciate y'all for chopping up with me this week. Please go subscribe to the channel, like it, check it out on YouTube. To all the people who watch this on Twitter, please stop being so fucking hard headed and go over to YouTube and just push the like button. Give me all of those different things. Check out Sporadics tonight at 8 p.m. I'll be on there with Chris Frazier. We'll answer some of your no questions. Outside of that, see you guys later.